Hello everybody, Illidaris is back with some more Final Fantasy XIV. So let's get into it. What's Y'shtola got for us now? Jarek, have you learned aught of note? Hang on. I shall be right back, folks. Sorry. Real life event. Had to do it. Jarek, have you learned aught of note? Fascinating, and precisely the sort of information I was hoping to hear. In fact, if you have a moment, I'd like to borrow your eyes to confirm a theory I've been working on. Come. Oops! Oh! I took a wrong turn. Of course you can fish in here. Why not? What's up, Y'shtola? Now, there are two tasks I would have you perform. First requires you to inspect the buildings which surround the Ondo settlement and note their most distinctive characteristics. For the second, I wish you to use this knife to scrape one of the remnant walls. Pray be as thorough as you can. I shall be waiting here for results of your investigation. What did that prove? And what have you discovered? A window and that the buildings are nearly indestructible? Yes, I would agree that the windows are most distinctive. 'Twould seem the structure appeared the same to both your sight and mine. And you say you cannot much scratch the wall, even with all your might behind the blade? Jarek, everywhere I turn in this place, my gaze is drawn by peculiar materials for which I do not have a name. The building I had you investigate are prime examples. They may appear to be constructed of ordinary stone, but I assure you nothing of the sort. Impressed, I would describe the substance as a composite of several mineral properties, blended to create a material of unparalleled durability. Even the Ronkan Empire, once the greatest power in Norvrant, produced nothing which compares to this level of perfection. But if not the Ronkans, then who? Who were these ancients the Ondo claim as the architects of their sanctuary? I suspect our answer lies with the reason Emirate withdrew here to the Tempest. He may simply have wished to retreat somewhere where mere mortals would struggle to reach. But there are many remote locations. Why here specifically? Emmett is devoted to his role, and thus we assume his choice of stronghold somehow serves the Ascian agenda. Or mayhap 'tis a place more dear to him than any other. Could this place provide power to him? That was my first thought as well. Yet no matter how superior the materials, a ruin is just a ruin. 'Tis not that would decide a battle's outcome. Which brings us to my second theory, that he has some other, more personal connection to the site. What if these structures are remnant of a time before history, of a star that it was yet whole and unbroken? Since traces in the source would have been obliterated by the succession of umbral calamities, but here in the first they might have remained untouched for millennia. A copy of the mural in Quentin Raval. Almet presented it to me during my visit to Fanau after our victory in Cuscla. Colusia. Here's the first scene. By Emmett's own words, it depicts a city eons past and the disaster which befell it. The design is much simplified, of course, but do you see the similarities between its towers and those we just inspected? We are close to the truth, I feel. Let us search the surroundings for another tower. One which matches the picture near enough to remove all doubt. From what I've seen, not more than sand and more sand lies to the east, and south held no such structures. I suggest we try our luck further to the northwest. I have to look for another building. I might have to look this one up. Or not. I remember this strange structure. Ah, this mural right large. Though I cannot guess his purpose, it must have been an imposing sight. How much of the tower's height lies hidden beneath the ground, I wonder. Centuries of history have settled upon such ruins, countless layers of dust and sediment. An entire civilization is existing forgotten by all except a handful of Asians. And yet they did exist. They lived here in this city. But let us focus on what we've learned thus far. The unknown chieftain spoke of mystery stirring, of a land illuminated. Judging by his words, he believed this phenomenon related to the ancients' return. Thus can we surmise that what the Ondo saw shining in the abyss was, in all likelihood, yet another remnant of this age-old civilization. And who else would light the lanterns, as Breen put it, than Emmerich Selch himself. 'Tis most certain he is almost there. 'Tis almost certain he is there. But if we are to find this stronghold in a timely manner, it seems gaining the Ondo's trust remains our swiftest path forward. Our only hope our deeds are enough to win them over. Thank you for assisting me with my investigation. I shall seek out our companions and share what we've learned. Much as I would like to tell you to sit down and leave the rest to us, your condition demands that we make it all reasonable haste. If we're not too wary, it may be useful to speak with Posh Owen again and ask if there's aught else he is willing to divulge. Is that the sound of what I'm riding on? Running on? Ew. Sounds fleshy. It didn't sound like ground, it sounded like flesh. That's a big shrimp. Leave me alone. Stop chasing me. I do not wish to fight right now. I should have just teleported. It would have been quicker. Ah, Alphanod's friend. You and your companions have done much to repair the damage caused when the waters parted. Anything else you can do? Have you been to the walls of the Forgotten? Are they the ruins from the northwest? Yes, that is a sacred site of which I speak. Could it be that your footsteps were guided there by the ancients? I believe it may be so. Listen then, and I will tell you of our plans to bring lights to the walls, that we might answer the shining calls of the illuminated land. We requested a finless craftsman to shape for us a sacred lamp. He is odd for a land dweller, choosing as he does to live in the ocean, but his skills is far beyond question. Is it that crafter I heard about? Let me think. What was his name? His timer ran out. It is concerning, however, that we have heard nothing of his progress. If you were to visit this artisan and return with our long-awaited light, then any doubt as to your purpose would be laid to rest. His name is Granault. Yeah, same guy. I knew it. Granault. You'll find his workshop in a metal structure to the south. Get away from me, octopi thingy mabobber. Come on. Sweet. Oh, that's just great, that is. My mind's playing tricks on me now. Look, Grinald, someone's come to visit ye at the bottom of the bleeding ocean. Or maybe you're a ghost, eh? Go on, foul shape. Feast yourself on my rotting soul. I've got no use for it. A craftsman, what can't craft, is more pointless than a sea slug with a dome and hammer. Ah, that's just an insult to bloody sea slugs. Okay, I gotta psych him up. Eh? You wouldn't be trying to raise my spirits now, would ye, spirit? Now, what you expect from a servant of the netherworld? Of course he had to be human. Haven't we met before? Or might be as we cross paths back in the Castarium, but I don't reckon we've been formally introduced. Name's Grenadalt, and this here's meant to be me underwater sanctuary, a place where I can give myself over to be work, far from the distractions of the outside world. And yet, here you stand. Now what's so damn important that you dive all the way down to the bottom of the bleeding tempest to bother me? Oh, the Ondo's lamp. God's curse me an empty head. I've not so much as a money to start. I'm worth in less than a sea slug. Nay, the slime left by a sea slug. Me delivery dates long past, me workbench untouched, and I call myself a bleeding artisan. You've heard their beliefs, have you? Bringing light to them ruins, be an act of deep religious and a culture of significance. And it was my privilege as a craftsman to be tasked with providing a ritual instrument worthy of the occasion. But I just can't bloody well. God, me mind's a bleeding blank. It's like I pissed away at last drops of... Ah, man. Tell me you've got something to show me. Something that as much as give me a muse a right good kick in the arse. Down on one of the coming of the ancients, so their answer's light gotta be ablaze with the right kind of brightness. Like the spark of life caught in a crystal, but just being as sparkly is not enough. You just gotta dance with joy and sorrow and a sense of hardship endured, you know what I mean? I have 2 of those crystals. I've let the end down, eh? I mean. But more than that, I've let myself down. Or me-self down. Might as well go back to mending kettles. What's that you've got there? Such striking beauty. It shines with heartache and laughter and a transcendence of life, like the turmoil of history made manifest. I can sense the brilliance of the crystal's legacy. Yeah, you've never captured such a gleam. Not if you labored 100 years. But bugger me if I don't mean to try. Where are me tools? God damn ye. God's damn you. Oh boy. I must set off to work before the feeling fades. I can feel it, a vision forming in me mind. Step aside, lad, let me itching hands get to work. And done. I've taken the wonders of that crystal you showed me and channeled them to a new shape which befits the Ondo's spiritual character. Whoa! Not a bad job if I do say so myself. Me-self. And to think, I was this close to hanging up me hammer after studying the craft of them ancients. I've been across the length of and beneath of Norvarant and gobbling up every scrap crafting wisdom that I can find. But no matter which technique I tried, me work just no comparison. I couldn't even figure out how they put them damn buildings together. A mystery for the ages. That's what drew me here in the first place. I built me workshop, got the forges burning, and then lost me bleeding will to craft. Thank the gods for that crystal of yours, or I might never have gotten it back. I won't pry into your business, but I reckon your little miracle there has been thought through the kind of journeys, through the kind of journey they sing songs about. The echoes, the memory it holds just speak directly to your heart. I can feel them coursing through me. The inspiration's not fading away. It's welling up stronger and stronger. Give me the chance, I reckon I can weave the Crystal Sage Saga into another thing as well. Crystal Saga? What's that? But bugger me, I almost forgotten that Ondo's commission. If ye could drag that lamp over to Tolsh ain't for me, I'll stay here and dream up new armaments for you to try. Okay, how am I gonna carry that? Whew. I need a new belt. Interesting staff. I have to do the rest. I've defeated 2 of the Warriors of Light. I've defeated 2 of them. Black Mage and White Mage are done. Hmm. Dang, I can't go to town. Can I apply my glamour here? Has to be a main city. Dang it. I have to go to the Crystarium. Did that Gobi just take off and fly? What is it you have there? The sacred lamp. Then this one has kept his promise. My people tell me of the many deeds you have performed in the name of the aiding the cups. And now you come to me bearing the light we had almost surrendered hope of ever seeing. We can doubt your purity no longer. Your arrival was the will of the ancients. Yes, the time of fear has passed. We shall take the lamp and unveil its a street illumination upon the walls of the forgotten. Gather there with your companions, and we shall speak once again once our prayers have been offered.
O stewards of the Ondo, we offer up our light in answer.
That crystal you showed the artisan. Was it... Did it belong to one of my friends?
Yes.
I tried to give you a measure of privacy. No one wants a spirit looking over their shoulder every moment of the day. So tell me, if you would, how did you come across that crystal? I was right then. Strange that I should learn such things now, after they're long gone. They were fine friends, every one of them. I didn't expect death to teach me so much. About them, about Seto, about you, about the hope that hides at the heart of this world. I've never been one for idle chit-chat, but if by some miracle I could see them all again, I doubt I would ever stop talking. I'm grateful I got to bend your ear at least. And just for that, I reckon I'll stick with you. To the very end.
Apologies, we were a little late to the gathering.
It seems we succeeded in gaining their trust.
The delay wasn't exactly welcome, but at least our many hands made light work. And they seemed especially impressed with your contribution. Our hero indeed.
Y'shtola was telling us those structures may date back to the age of the Ascians.
An Ascian homeland. Despite his many protestations, I never quite believed Emmett Selk was telling the truth.
Nor I. But there is no denying the evidence before our eyes. Clearly this was once a great city. A home they would see restored, no matter how many tens of thousands of years it takes.
It's a hollow dream, when you think about it. Even if they manage to rejoin all the worlds, they'll never bring back the ones who were lost. But would I have done any different?
How are you feeling?
You have completed your devotions?
Yes. To the honored ancients have we offered up our prayers and our gratitude. You too have our thanks.
Might we trouble thee then to tell us more of the illuminated land of which thou didst lately speak?
To the west of here lies a great trench. Some days ago, a light appeared in that endless darkness. Curious, we ventured closer and discovered in the depths an entire city. The buildings we spied were akin to our own everlasting abodes, impossibly so. We understood at once the ancients had risen. There could be no doubt. Taken with terror, we retreated to the cups, and I decreed that none should enter the trench until such time as we received a sign.
Might it still be possible to reach this city of the ancients?
With no water to drown you, a finless one could now travel there. Yes. I am convinced you are the sign for which we have been waiting. My people will show you the way.
Shall we?
Let's. How did I deliver that big old thing? Hello, Chester. The chieftain has bid me guide your steps to the illuminated land. Come, the way lies downward. Follow the path of coral rocks and join your comrades below. Are you serious? I'm trying to do things, you stupid mobs. All gathered, yes. Then I shall describe the path you must take. Enter the cavern beyond and follow the wall down and down and down. Once at the bottom, find the passage to the northwest. Continue west and west and west. As the way is not simple, keep your friends within shouting distance and do not stray into the deep. just before the journey's end, you will find that the Kabalin Gap and the barrier we placed at its mouth. This obstacle will fade should you raise a hand towards it. We made it so. A most succinct explanation. We thank you for your guidance. Right, deeper into the depths we go. There's Thancred. Oyanje. Our guide bade us travel the cavern floor to the west. Yet, 'twould seem that these twisting tunnels defy such simple instructions. Rather than rely on directions alone, I suggest we scout with care and relay path ahead to those who come behind. What? Still further down. Give me this current. Elise. There you are. Come on. I think I found the tunnel we're looking for. Oh, shoot. I forgot to go get that treasure. Well, it'll give me something to do when I'm done here. Two more. Northwest. Here, this must be the barrier the Ondo spoke of. Well, that was rather than more arduous than expected. I feel a sudden rush of gratitude for the smooth roads our ancestors cut through the wilderness. 'Twas a treacherous path indeed. Now I believe one of us needs but raise a hand to banish the next obstacle. Jarek, I'd like you to do the honors. Okay. Go on, just like that. I suppose we should head in. Like as not, this tunnel will be just as perilous as the road we walked getting here. Let us stay aware of all our surroundings, shall we?
By the gods.
Reminds me of Rapture.
When the Ondo spoke of a city, I did not think they meant an actual city.
Then we are seeing the same view. The remnants in the Ondo settlement were solid material structures. But these... everything here pulses with ether. 'Tis an enchantment on a monumental scale.
Jarek, did you note the style of the architect? Tis the same used for the remnants of at the cup and the mural painted towers. Look closely. Emmett has not simply reclaimed these ruins. He has layered this semblance of an entire city upon them. God, the magnitude of his artifice is staggering. Though it pains me to admit it, we do not fully understand the feats of which an old world Ascian is capable of. Spell speed. Can I put spell speed in this? Oh yeah, I can. It's intimidating, yes, but we have to start somewhere. Why don't we take a closer look at the tower to the southeast? We might be able to reach it from the edges of the trench. There's the Aether current. Okay, that's all the Aether currents. There's still water. Gosh. This reminds me of Rapture. But also like New York City, Chicago, something like that. Somewhere there's big buildings. Los Angeles. Seattle. That's another big city. Look at the size of those doors. Now I know how pixies must feel. Jarrett Carr recognized. Welcome to the city of Amorant. Will you be riding the lift? What? Did the building just welcome you? Mayhaps it is not so passing strange. Did Emmett not invite Jarrett to visit his abode? 'Tis plainly that a welcome coming was expected. And where will this lift be taking us? The lift service every level of Actran Heights. Echoria Heights. Echoria. But is presently configured to convey passengers directly to the ground floor. Well, there you have it. In the absence of some few hundred yalms of rope, we have little choice but to accept the offer. We emphasize on we. I'm not about to let you walk into that place alone. As you wish, the lift will arrive shortly. Next stop, ground floor. Facilities including the Bureaus of Administration, the Bureau of Architects, and the Capitol. Dang, 30 minutes have passed? It's only at this distance when you start to realize just how big the buildings truly are. And what did that voice call the city? Amarot? Amarot? Amarot. Amarot. Look, over there. Is that a person? Ah, no, my mistake. That's a giant. It doesn't seem they have noticed this yet. Giant or no, a resident of this place may have much more to tell us. I say we make our first move. Alphanon, you can't just... Ugh. Pray excuse my boldness, but may I ask you a few questions? Oh, what adorable costumes. Are you children on an excursion? This district has much to teach you. How odd. That sounded like no language I've ever heard, and yet I understood every word. Just as he understood us. In which district is this exactly? You must be lost, poor things. You stand in the Polylarchic district wherein lies the institutions which most vital to the management of our star. What? Who rules? What a curious question. Mayhap you refer to our supervising body? The Convocation of 14? So Emmett Sedge isn't the leader here. Emmett Sedge is a member of the Convocation. Were you hoping to witness its deeds firsthand? Hardly surprising, I suppose. The whole world holds its breath as the final days draws near, and our brightest minds race to implement their plans. Thus, you must understand that gaining an audience at this time would be next to impossible. You should hurry home now before your families begin to worry. Do you need me to walk you back? No, thank you. We'll be fine. Well, take care, little ones. What is all that about? To my eyes, these people appear as arcane entities. I suspect Emmett wove them from Aether, much as he reconstructed the rest of the city. The final days. Such words well befit the oblivion described to us by our ancient foe. A catastrophic of unprecedented scale, which did set in motion the summoning of Zodark, and thence Hydaelyn herself. But that happened centuries and centuries ago, didn't it? The man spoke as if they were rushing to avert a disaster here and now. Unless, for these people, the distant past is here and now. I believe thou hast the right of it, Master Alphanod. This ethereal Amarant and its residents appear to be phantoms of a different age. Emmet hath resurrected a moment in time from before the star was sundered. So we find ourselves in a long destroyed city inhabited by the long departed. An unusual situation, to be sure, but at least we're able to parley with these ancients. In fact, they seem downright eager to chat. I say we use this to our advantage. Strike up a conversation, and see if we can't learn the location of our quarry. And while we're at it, it wouldn't hurt to window out a few more details regarding this convocation of 14 and their impending disaster. To mingling then. Let's meet back here with our Jar Jar aching. What was that? I missed the train. A hunt train. It's basically they go out hunting the rest Anks and rest A's of the world for the Nut Clan. Twould seem the halls has hosted more precocious visitors this day, and what, pray tell, shall be the subject of discussion, young one? Ah, the convocation and their handling of the coming peril. 'Tis only natural that you should have questions. Shall we begin with the members themselves? All I know is that the 14 are the wisest and most persistent among us. They are stewards of order, responsible for decisions which keep this star turning season after season. Be it the Speaker, La Habreja, or the Emirate, Iblis, each seat is occupied by an electric sage of surpassing intellect. Longhoof, Mitron, Emmett Sitch, these individual titles have, as gestured of respect and a matter of tradition, becomes synonymous with their incumbents. Thus it is with great incredibility that I grant this recent rumor that a seat in the convocation is soon to be left vacant. If proven true, 'twould be unprecedented development and testament to the immense pressure under which our saviors are toiling. In any event, I, for one, am confident they shall deliver our star into salvation. Either these are ghosts or they're actual people. Good gracious, child, where's your family? You should not be alone at a time like this. Run along home quickly now. Have you not heard? Though yet confirmed to the lands across the sea, a terrible phenomenon afflicts our star. They are calling it the final days. 'Tis said it is start suddenly a concoction, cacophonous keening from beneath the earth, the sound distancing all living things within earshot, and wrest us from control of our creation magics. Once that happens, all is lost. Fear, pain, despair, every dread impulse is siphoned from our minds and given substance. An eternal fall of fiery rain, an incessant spawning of nightmarish beasts. None can point to the source of this phenomenon. 'Tis as if the star itself has fallen ill, as it is forced immaculate to life now festers and spreads. 'Tis only a matter of time until Amaranth, too, resounds to that discord squall. You should stay here with your loved ones, child. Stay with them. There's the Ethernet. An audience with Emmett? I'm afraid you will have the wrong office, little one, and besides, he will be far too busy to field the questions of curious children. Surely you have been told the looming catastrophe? Every resource available to the convocation must be spent upon ensuring our world survives. They have yet to make an official announcement, but it is said that the 14 are moving forward with a plan of scarce, credible proportions. One which promises to grant will to the very star itself. They will invoke our mightiest spells of creation to birth an entity of all-encompassing magnificence, and then they will rewrite the laws of existence. 'Tis a huge undertaking, and must be completed ere the corruption spreads thus far. Thus, I say to you again, do not hold out hope for an audience. So, they tried to play God, and it backfired. As with everything else. Give will to the very star itself. Oh, I'd love to fly. Jarek, if we are not certain before, then I am now. The people of the city believe they face the end of the world. I cannot imagine what purpose compels Emmett to recreate this ancient Amaranth. And yet I fancy hear his words to us echoing throughout the ocean trench. He would have his story known. Okay, folks, I'm going to end it there for now. And I hope to see you again sometime soon. So, with that, see you later.